Welcome to the next entry into my figure journal, a project where I'm drawing stickers and making journal spreads for each figure in my collection. The figure being featured today is Marcille from Delicious in Dungeon. This figure of her is a 1/7 scale by Good Smile Company. This version is called Adding Color to the Dungeon. And along with Marcille, the figure features her familiars and some other monsters from the series. So I mean, right off the bat, it's impossible not to notice the incredible base for this figure. Like I mentioned, Marcille is being accompanied by a lot of different monsters from the series. So on the back, you have the golem. On the side, you have one of the mushrooms. Her familiars are around the place. She has like the jackalopes and then also the cursed I think it was one of the dryads, like the dryad fruit. One of those guys, you know, he's there too. And then of course Marcille herself is just so cute. A quick detail I just want to call out here is how nicely her hair folds and tucks around her ear and into itself. She's a character that always changes her hairstyle, which is really cute, and I think they just did a really nice job showcasing one of her classic ones here. And then I just want to show off some detail shots before getting into drawing and working on the journal spread, so enjoy! And then starting to get into drawing some stickers that I want to use in the journal based on this figure. So I spent a little bit of time just having her sit next to me and start sketching out some general ideas of all the different pieces I want to include. Because this figure is so detailed and so robust, it was very, very easy to pull different ideas to turn into stickers. And then another thing I also like to do for each of these sticker sheets I've been drawing for this journal is to draw a chibi of the character in my style. For this project, I draw 2 different types of sticker sheets. The first one is the one that features more of the character and different objects. And the second one is definitely more journaling focused, where I create some pieces that are like fake washi tape strips or different like memo boxes that I can use to write in and make little divisions and borders and things like that. I don't show it all here, but I spent a long time trying to figure out how to draw the braids well. And then when I'm done, I print them out and cut them at home. I also create some stickers based off of some photos that I took of her that I want to use in the journal spread. So then I can start journaling. So like I said, here's the finished sticker sheets. and here's the sheet of photos that I took. And then getting started, Marcille's here too. I really wanted to try to fit all of the photos that I took in. My biggest guiding rule here is basically to space things out enough that I leave myself enough room and some blank spots to be able to write some notes down that I want. And then just kind of preemptively starting to fill some place with some stickers. And then getting into it, so I like to write down the name of the figure, the version, the company, the scale size, just all of the general details about them. And I've also enjoyed finding a little place to put the name of the series down too. Like I mentioned before, I think this Marcille is really, really pretty. Honestly, she's like a gorgeous figure. And I think the most standout thing about her to me is the fact that she is a figure that's just a little scene. She's put into a place. So while all these characters may not appear together like this at the exact same time, I think it does a good job encapsulating basically the journey that she's gone through up to the point of all the pieces that are a part of this figure. I think that gives it such good storytelling. So if you are a person that is familiar with the series, you can like look at it and be like, oh, I remember like those jackalopes and what they do. Another small detail that I love about her, on all of her nails and her lips, she has a nice little gloss. It felt like very in character and cute for her to me. I love that the paint had its own different texture to show that it was shiny. And then along the bottom, I have a few other like details that I liked calling out, I thought were well done. For example, on her backpack, there's a lot of nice like folds and like dips. This is something I mentioned earlier. I love the detail of her hair and how it like tucks behind and around. And also just the detail of the weaving on the wood of her staff. I think it was just well done. In addition to like her staff and her backpack, she has a little bit other bits of what I would call, I guess, her gear. So she has her book on her lap. I think it was nice that they added details like print and a couple little drawings and diagrams to it. The shot doesn't show it off super well, but she has some nice like hip pouches and belts as well. And I love that it's just like her pose is that she's taking a moment's rest. Also in this corner, I'm obsessed with this little familiar just sitting here. Such a mood. So I wanted to make a little call out for the box here because it is really, really pretty. It has such a nice deep red color to it, and there's a bunch of gold foil all around it to add a lot of little accents and stuff. I also like that on this box they called out the artist, so they had the sculptor and I believe the colorist. Okay, yeah, on the box it called out the sculptor and the painter. So the sculptor is Cub and the painter is Iwabitsu. I think it's nice that they called out those artists on the box. They definitely deserve to be featured because they did amazing work. And then, I mean, I feel like I'm just a broken record, but there's a reason why I use 3 shots to show off the base. I mean, every angle of this figure has another great shot of the base. From the sides, you have different monsters. From the back, you have the whole entire golem that you don't really realize she's even sitting on if you're looking at her just from the front. Even the ground itself has nice foliage and like dirt and rocks. I think it's just like it's so good. I don't know, I feel like I was so blown away when I saw this figure because of like the base and the whole scene that it set up. And then this last photo is just my favorite shot that I took of her. I'm still working on improving at figure photography and video recording. I'm getting a lot of practice with it with this series, so I've really enjoyed the series for this reason too. If I get to a place that properly shows off how wonderful these figures are to another person, then I would just be so happy. And yeah, overall, I mean, I really love this figure of Marcille. I really like this series and I'm really happy a lot of other people have been enjoying it too. I started reading the manga specifically because I saw a screenshot of one specific character and I was like, I have to find out who that character is, and then that's why I started reading the manga and I ended up really, really enjoying it. I was so happy when the anime came out because to me, I was like, hey, if something is getting an anime, that means it'll more likely get some figures, right? And they did a really good job on the anime too. I've really enjoyed watching it. I also love that figure-wise, Marcille and Fallen have been getting a lot of fun pairs together. They had like a maid set that got announced recently. There was also something where they were wearing gowns. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but I am just like eager and looking forward to seeing what more is gonna keep being made for this series. I feel like I've just been gushing about this figure, but I just love her. If I had to pick something that I didn't like, it would probably just be specifically that freaking dryad fruit pumpkin head looking guy. But I mean, I think that's a valid thing to dislike because she doesn't like it either. I even drew a sticker for it too, even though I absolutely hated it, but it just felt like it would be a little bit wrong not to include it, even though that face is so cursed. I guess it's a love-hate thing. It's so funny because I decided to use the sticker too, and I think the placement I ended up putting it is also like cursed because it's in the crease, so the face looks like extra messed up. I have no idea why I made this decision, but that's what I chose to do, and it's just gonna be there forever. Now that I'm all done writing down all the different notes that I had, just going through and adding in some final stickers and final decorations. I gave this golem a little bow. And some finishing touches. And now I'm all done. Here's the final spread for Marcille. I hope you had fun putting this entry together with me. I've really enjoyed working on this project and being able to share it with you all. There were many of you that were so kind in my last entry where I worked on Bridget, so really thank you so much for your encouragement. Since my goal is to create one of these for each figure in my collection, it'll still be a little while, so let me know what you think about this figure, or if you have other figures from the series that you really like that you want to share. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!